Thanks for joining InvestorStream for the first time. It's great to have the opportunity to talk to you off the back of Monday's ASX announcement on the commercial contract signed with Imra America. Just before we discuss Anteo's progress more broadly, can you take us through this agreement with Imra and explain for those maybe not familiar with the biotech space, could you explain what you've developed here with Imra and an example of its application in point of care, but also what Imra see in your technology?
Yeah, thanks Alex for allowing me this opportunity. We're quite excited about this agreement with Imra. We've been working with them for a number of years. They are a reasonably sized player in the point of care diagnostic market, which we are as well. And they produce a particle which is used in a lateral flow assay, which is a device that can be used to test a person's blood or fluids to test for certain diseases. That particle that they produce flows through the assay, and if it picks up an antibody which is contained in the fluid, it's detected and the disease is registered as positive. The unfortunate reality is not all the antibodies attach to the particle readily, and sometimes there's a low rate of success and therefore low probability with some of these assays. Our product puts a coating on the particle and improves the attachment of the antibody as it goes through the assay, and the probability of detecting the disease is a lot higher and therefore a lot more reliable. And so the two products together, Imra's particle and our coating, which is AnteoBind, improve the probability of an assay and then improve the detection, which is a quite valuable proposition in the point of care market today.
So you mentioned that this development has led to further collaboration with Imra. Do you expect further commercial agreements to follow here? And how do you see it helping AnteoTech's commercial objectives in the life sciences sector more broadly?
Yeah, look, Imra became more confident of our capability as we've been working with them over the last year or so, and they have a range of particles that they sell into the flow assay market. And because we've signed this agreement with them and because we've been working with them closely, there's an opportunity for us to work closely with them again to provide AnteoBind coated particles across their range, or at least more particles within their range, into the point of care industry. So obviously that would increase our scope and our position in the marketplace. But I think for us more broadly, the fact that we have partnered with a reputable organisation such as Imra is a real validation of our product, that it works and it makes a real difference. And Imra is a reputable company, and it's a good market position for us to be co-branding our product with their product.
Okay, Derek, so you took over the CEO reins in late July, and it's clear since then that you've got a firm strategy to build the commercial pipeline and to grow the revenue base. You made the point in Monday's announcement that you're now pursuing co-funding of your research and development initiatives in both the battery and life sciences markets. A couple of questions here. What's the rationale behind this move, and how do you think it will impact your commercial objectives? But also, do you see the move as a meaningful revenue generator?
We're an R&D based organisation, and R&D based organisations tend to try and collaborate with other organisations that have complementary skill sets, and that's certainly our strategy. In the life sciences space, we're attempting to collaborate with organisations that are complementary to us, and Imra is a great example of how we've gone about that. We've got several others that we're talking to that have different types of skill sets that we hope in the future will sign commercial agreements with in collaboration and bringing products to market. So by doing that, we're increasing the intensity of our own product in the marketplace, and also increasing the reputation that the market generally provides by partnering with these reputable organisations. On the battery side, we have a R&D roadmap around the development of silicon in the anode, and we're collaborating directly with the anode manufacturers to develop that product into a marketable value proposition for their market in the future. And we see this as an important step because these organisations, again, have complementary R&D skills in their own right, but also they understand what the market is going to need from lithium-ion batteries and can direct us in a research direction that will help them in the future. So it's going to be very positive for them and for us.
And just finally, Derek, in your recent AGM presentation, you made reference to some progress with collaborators in North Asia with respect to your battery technology. What's the pathway to commercialisation look like here?
We've got a few pages in the AGM pack that talk about that directly, but in general, we are collaborating with these organisations now in terms of demonstrating the virtues of our silicon composite to be used in the anode. The next step for us is for us to formalise a R&D relationship where there'll be some co-funding and co-development work with these anode manufacturers, and we would look to close out the development of a marketable anode in a reasonable time frame with their help. As I mentioned before, do it in a way that directs the development of our product towards what they need in the marketplace. From there, there's several options that could take place. The anode material that we produce would be quite valuable in their hands, so there's some value there that could turn into a commercial discussion. We hope it would, obviously. Or there's been some indications in the marketplace that they would like to be supplied with the anode material that we have developed, and so we might become a supplier to them in the fullness of time. But certainly it's about increasing the value of our product and making sure that we do that with the anode producers so that they understand that the value proposition that we have produced is going to be valuable in their hands.
Well, Derek, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us today, and we look forward to seeing how things develop over the coming months. Thanks for your time.
Great, thanks very much.